Welcome to a conversation about your health as you age gracefully in our beautiful country. In Canada, we take pride in our healthcare system, but as we grow older, it's worth asking, are all routine medical tests truly beneficial? Today, we're diving into a topic that might surprise you. Some common health screenings could pose risks for seniors over 70, potentially leading to stress, unnecessary procedures, or even harm. This isn't about fear. It's about empowering you with knowledge to make informed choices that respect your body, lifestyle, and values as a Canadian senior. From the vibrant cities of Vancouver to the serene landscapes of the Maritimes, we all want to live long, healthy, and fulfilling lives. But more tests don't always mean better care. In fact, many Canadian medical experts, including those from the Canadian Geriatric Society, are rethinking routine screenings for older adults. This video explores 5 health tests that may do more harm than good after age 70, why they're often recommended, their hidden risks, and smarter alternatives that align with Canadian values of practicality and well-being. If you're watching this on your TV, grab your phone or remote to find our channel on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated on health, wellness, and senior living tips tailored for Canadians. If you find this helpful, give us a thumbs up or share your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback keeps us connected, just like a warm community potluck. Let's dive in with the focus on living well from the Rockies to the Atlantic. 1. The colonoscopy question. Colonoscopies are often seen as a must for preventing colon cancer, a serious concern across Canada. But for seniors over 70, especially those without symptoms or a family history, this test can sometimes bring more risks than benefits. Here's why. The process, bowel prep, sedation, and a scope inserted into the intestines, is taxing. For older Canadians, the intense laxative used in preparation can cause dehydration or electrolyte imbalances, especially if you're managing conditions like diabetes or kidney issues, common in provinces like Ontario and Quebec. Sedation also carries risks, such as confusion or falls, which can be particularly dangerous if you live alone in a rural area or a bustling city like Toronto. More concerning, colonoscopies often detect small polyps that may never become cancerous in your lifetime. In your 70s or 80s, these slow-growing anomalies rarely pose a threat, yet their discovery can lead to biopsies, repeat scopes, or even surgery, each with risks like infection or prolonged recovery. A Canadian senior I know, Eleanor, from Calgary, had a routine colonoscopy at 79. The prep left her dehydrated, and a fall at home led to a fractured wrist, derailing her active lifestyle. The test? It found nothing urgent. The Canadian Task Force for Preventative Healthcare now suggests that routine colonoscopies may not be necessary for low-risk seniors over 75. Instead, non-invasive options like fecal immunochemical tests, FIT, widely available through provincial health programs, can effectively screen for colon cancer without the physical toll. Talk to your doctor about what's right for you, especially if you're symptom-free and enjoying life in places like Victoria or Halifax. 2. The full body scan hype. Full body scans like MRIs or CTs sound like a high-tech way to catch problems early. In Canada, where we value cutting-edge care, these scans are marketed as proactive, but for seniors over 70, they can lead to overdiagnosis and unnecessary stress, particularly when accessed privately in cities like Vancouver or Montreal, where wait times for public imaging can be long. These scans often detect incidentalomas, harmless quirks like tiny nodules that don't affect your health. Yet finding them can spark a cascade of follow-ups, biopsies, specialist visits, and even surgeries, all of which carry risks for older adults. Recovery from a biopsy, for instance, can be tougher at 75, with higher chances of infection or discomfort, especially if you're managing arthritis or other conditions common in Canada's aging population. Take Claire, a 73-year-old from Winnipeg who got a private full-body scan at a health expo. A small, benign spot on her lung led to a biopsy, months of worry, and out-of-pocket costs not covered by Manitoba's health plan. Her vitality took a hit, all for something that never needed treatment. The Canadian Medical Association warns against routine full-body scans for asymptomatic seniors as they often cause more harm than good. Instead, focus on your current health. Enjoy walks along the Rideau Canal, eat a balanced diet with local produce from farmers markets, and trust your body's signals. If you're feeling well, you may not need a scan to confirm it. Share in the comments number 2 if this resonates with you, and let's keep this conversation going across Canada. 3. Cardiac stress test, not always heart smart. Cardiac stress tests, whether on a treadmill or with chemical stress, are common in Canada, especially for seniors worried about heart disease, a leading concern from British Columbia to Newfoundland. But for seniors over 70 without symptoms like chest pain or shortness of breath, these tests can lead to misleading results and risky follow-ups. As we age, our hearts naturally change. Arteries may stiffen or electrical patterns shift. These are often normal, but stress tests can flag them as problems, leading to false positives, which might prompt invasive procedures like angiograms or stents, which carry risks like bleeding or kidney damage from contrast dye, particularly concerning for seniors with reduced kidney function. Consider Thomas, a 76-year-old from Edmonton who had a stress test during a routine checkup despite feeling fine. An ambiguous result led to a catheterization, which caused a minor stroke. His recovery was long, impacting his ability to enjoy Alberta's parks. The Canadian Cardiovascular Society now advises against routine stress testing for asymptomatic seniors as the risks often outweigh the benefits. Instead, prioritize heart-healthy habits. Walk daily, maybe along the St. Lawrence River, eat heart-friendly foods like salmon, and stay connected with friends at community centers. If you're feeling free, a stress test may not add value. Let us know in the comments number 3 if this perspective helps you rethink your approach. 4. Reassessing colonoscopy risks. Let's revisit colonoscopies, as their prominence in Canadian healthcare deserves a closer look. While they're vital for catching colon cancer early, the risks for seniors over 70, especially those with prior clear screenings, can outweigh the benefits. The bowel prep process, involving strong laxatives, can be grueling. For older adults, it risks dehydration, kidney strain, or falls, especially in homes without support, common in rural areas like Saskatchewan or Nova Scotia. Sedation also poses challenges, with potential for post-operative confusion or memory issues, known as post-operative cognitive dysfunction, which can linger for weeks. Moreover, finding slow-growing polyps often leads to unnecessary interventions. For someone in their 80s, these slow-growing anomalies are unlikely to become cancerous in time to matter, yet their discovery can lead to biopsies, repeat scopes, or even surgery, each with risks like infection or prolonged recovery. A Canadian senior I know, Eleanor, from Ottawa, had a clear colonoscopy at 70, but was advised to repeat it. A minor perforation during the procedure required emergency surgery, impacting her independence. The Canadian Task Force for Preventative Healthcare now recommends discussing alternatives like fecal immunochemical tests, which are less invasive and widely available through provincial health programs. If you're symptom-free, talk to your doctor about whether a colonoscopy aligns with your goals. Share your thoughts in the comments number 4 to keep this discussion alive. 5. Overuse of cardiac stress tests. Heart disease is a top concern in Canada, and stress tests are often seen as a safeguard. But for seniors over 70 without symptoms, these tests can lead to a cycle of worry and risky procedures. Natural aging changes like mild plaque buildup can trigger false positives, prompting angiograms or stents that may not be needed. These interventions carry serious risks for older adults, including bleeding, stroke, or kidney damage from contrast dye. Recovery can be tough, impacting your ability to enjoy life, whether it's skiing in Whistler or gardening in PEI. David, a 74-year-old from Hamilton, had a stress test despite no symptoms. A stent procedure led to internal bleeding requiring months of recovery. The Canadian Cardiovascular Society advises against routine stress testing for asymptomatic seniors as the risks often outweigh the benefits. Instead, focus on lifestyle, daily walks, a diet rich in Canadian staples like berries and oats, and stress management through community activities. If you're feeling good, a stress test may not add value. Let us know in the comments, number 5, how this changes your perspective. As Canadians, we value informed choices and a healthcare system that supports our well-being. After 70, healthcare should focus on your priorities, staying active, connected, and independent, whether you're in Yellowknife or Charlottetown. Saying no to unnecessary tests isn't neglect, it's wisdom. It's about protecting your energy, peace, and time for what matters, like family gatherings or exploring Canada's trails. Ask your doctor tough questions. Will this test change my treatment? Are the risks worth it? Focus on symptoms, not routine screenings, and embrace lifestyle choices that keep you vibrant. Share one thing you learned today in the comments, and let's build a community of empowered Canadian seniors. If this video resonated with you, like, subscribe, and share it with friends across Canada. Your support helps us create content that educates and uplifts from coast to coast to coast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video, eh?